Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. They let Russell Wilson and Justin Fields walk when everybody really thought that they were going to at least keep one of them. The Rooney family said they were going to keep either Russ or Justin Fields, but they let both walk in free agency. They didn't draft the quarterback in Shedeur Sanders in the draft. They didn't draft anybody at all. And going into OTAs, your quarterback was Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson. And I'm talking about a guy who is one of the most pulverizing figures in the NFL. And his name is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, as of today, is officially a part of the Pittsburgh Steelers. The veteran quarterback agreed to terms on a one-year deal on Thursday and is expected to join the team for mandatory minicamp next week. Rodgers was released by the Jets in mid-March, but took some time to weigh options before ultimately landing in Pittsburgh. What are his expectations on the Steelers? You got just as good of a O-line as you had in New York. Okay? So you're getting a pretty mid O-line. It's better than what it was, but it's not the best of all time. Okay? That's number one. Number two, they got rid of your number 2 wide receiver in George Pickens. He is now part of my Dallas Cowboys. Okay? You have DK Metcalf as your number 1 wide receiver, and you have Pat Freiermuth. You got rid of Najee Harris in the offseason. So now you got Jaylen Warren and the rookie that they did draft, I just don't remember the fella's name, as your running back. Obviously, you're going to be led by J.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, and the Steel Curtain, with Minkah Fitzpatrick in the backfield. I don't know their schedule as we talk right now. I would love to look it up, but for the sake of fluidity in this podcast, we're just going to think that they should make the playoffs. If you were able to make the playoffs with Russell Wilson as your quarterback and Justin Fields as your quarterback, you can make the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers is better than Russell Wilson. Fully healthy, I think that. I think last year he just wasn't fully healthy and he wasn't focused on football. One can argue right now he's probably not going to be focused on football when he steps on the field next week in a Pittsburgh Steelers practice uniform. But still, I think fully healthy, Aaron Rodgers is a better option at quarterback than Russell Wilson. But Aaron Rodgers comes with a lot of baggage. We don't even want to go down that road. It's a very lengthy road. But you're in a division with Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. Okay? You already know they are, at least one of them are put in playoff contention over the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that leaves the Pittsburgh Steelers at number 3. Okay? But who else you got to worry about in that division in the AFC trying to make the playoffs? The Kansas City Chiefs, Denver Broncos, Chargers, Bills. Those are 4 teams right there, including the 2 in your division. That's 6. There may be another sleeper AFC team that may be out there. Somebody's got to come out of the AFC South. Either the Texans or the Titans. Somebody who knows what the Patriots are going to do. So the Pittsburgh Steelers has an uphill climb. If I am a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I'm not truly happy about this. Because the Steelers are continuing to do something that is idiotic. They have not prioritized drafting a quarterback of the future. They haven't. They have not found the replacement since Ben Roethlisberger retired. Guys, Roethlisberger's been retired for 7-8 years now. And you still don't have an idea of a replacement. Kenny Pickett didn't work. That's really the only guy that you've drafted that hasn't worked. He's the only one you've drafted and even tried. You've just been running the experiment with whoever. You've had Russell Wilson back there. You've had Justin Fields. You've had Kenny Pickett. And a lot of guys that I don't even remember. Mason Rudolph. You've tried so many different guys out there. You should have already knew, instead of Mike Tomlin being so loyal to Ben Roethlisberger, you should have done what the Chiefs did with Alex Smith. You knew that he was in the latter part of his career. And they drafted Patrick Mahomes. The Packers did the same thing with Jordan Love. It's not about respect. It's about worrying about the team and not an individual. It's about putting the organization in a good spot. Because what did Ben Roethlisberger and Mike Tomlin do as a collective? They didn't put the Pittsburgh Steelers in a good spot to be successful in the future. Because you can argue the Steelers has had one of the best defenses since Ben Roethlisberger has retired, and they have nothing to show for it because they have been anemic, horrible, unwatchable, pathetic, any type of horrible adjective you can put in there. That has been them on the offensive side of the football because they have been inept at the quarterback position. But this was the move all along. What else were you going to do? Did you really think you were going to entrust in Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson going into next season? Absolutely not. We knew this was the move all along. I know a lot of people's been killing Aaron Rodgers because it has been reported that he's been known for a while now that this was where he was going to go. And he's just now signing. But he's there. He's Aaron Rodgers. He's a future Hall of Famer, given the benefit of the doubt. He's had one season under his belt post-Achilles. He's 41 years old. He's not going to be movable. I think Aaron Rodgers and people around sports media are thinking that Aaron Rodgers was going to be the next Tom Brady. But guess what? Aaron Rodgers has not played as well as Tom Brady at that age. He has not moved as well as Tom Brady at that age to a certain degree. They are pretty even there. But they definitely don't have the dedication at that age. Because Tom Brady was focused on football and winning a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers is not worried about winning a Super Bowl. Everything about Aaron Rodgers in the media has been outside of winning a Super Bowl or about football. When it comes to the darkness retreat a year ago, all the stuff going on with COVID and fire, it's just everything outside of winning football games. And he lacks the leadership. You are always seeing something in the media about Aaron Rodgers being a pulverizing character in the locker room and in the media. Maybe he's misunderstood, but I don't know that. I'm only speaking from what I've seen. But this was the move all along for the Steelers. Again, if I'm a Steelers fan, I'm not happy because you're leading into another season of mediocrity. When is Mike Tomlin ever going to prioritize? Maybe it's more important to actually win and be in the playoffs instead of worrying about being one game over 500 or being over 500. Because there is one stat. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers has not won a playoff game in 10 years. It's been a very long time. I've heard it on numerous occasions. I don't know if that's the fact. I just know they haven't won a playoff game in 7-8 plus years. Because that year where they were like 12-4 with Big Ben, they got upset in the first round against Bake Show. I remember that. It's been a very long time since the Pittsburgh Steelers has won a playoff game. And if you would have drafted Shedeur Sanders or any quarterback, Jalen Milroe or anybody, alongside Aaron Rodgers, you would have probably had a chance. Mentorship. Aaron Rodgers did it for Jordan Love, but no. I guess maybe the Rooney family's just saying, I'm going to wait it out next year until they get a better, because it is going to be a better quarterback draft. But I don't know. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is going on a team. He's going to be the day one starter. And again, this was going to be the move all along. The reports has always been that the Steelers are pretty much just waiting. And they are very valid given to how long it has took for Rodgers to get signed. A lot of people thought Rodgers was going to get signed before the draft. Never happened. And now we are a whole month and a couple of weeks post-draft, and he's just now getting signed. So the reports of them waiting on Aaron Rodgers is very, very true. But that's really as much as I want to say. I don't have the Steelers winning a playoff game this year, and adding Aaron Rodgers to the roster is not going to make a difference. It doesn't add substance to the team. It doesn't juice up something for fans to be excited about. Pittsburgh, the Steel Curtain, the Steel City, all the football fans out there, they just know it's going to be another season of mediocrity. And the journey still goes on to finding their future, because it seems that they are still trying to find it. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to eventually win them their first playoff game in a decade? Do you think Aaron Rodgers is actually going to play a full season? Do you think he's going to be an average quarterback? I want to know all of your thoughts down below.